it's a bit scarier. Like I'm kind of reaching the point where I do often have in the back of my mind, like, no, people have to buy this. Like they have to buy this because reasons. So I'm a bit worried about losing that kind of like carefree, just build exactly what you make attitude. On the other hand, I don't think I could do anything else. Like, you know, and I kind of getting back at this like Grizzly Games, Thronefall. That was Paul and Jonas. But they have this idea, like you have to do a lot of market research and your game has to fit. And that is something will always be hard for me. Like I'm just building the game that I want to make. And it's really hard for me to go out there and ask people, hey, is this right? Because then it would feel wrong to me. So.
Okay, is that a principle thing or is that just how you're wired? One of my friends, he only makes the games he wants to make and he doesn't think about the commercial viability.
Does it work?
Sometimes. If I ever talk about viability with him, it's almost like I'm saying I'm a pimp. Like I feel I feel so gross and like the way he looks at me, I'm like, am I a bad person for thinking about the commercial viability of this game?
Yeah.
What about you? Do you see something ethically wrong or morally wrong with thinking about the viability of it?
No.
Or is it just not how you work?
It's definitely, there's nothing wrong with it. And that's why I thought it was so interesting when you said at the beginning of this chat, like, oh, I feel like I'm doing it wrong, because that's exactly what I feel when I'm not thinking about commercial viability. You know, I'm like, this is wrong. I'm doing it wrong.
Right.
And, but I think for me, that's just kind of, it also helps that when I work, I'm not trying to make something obtuse or like extremely weird. You know, like the games I make are quite accessible. I really want them to be accessible. I want them to work for a lot of people and I want them to be intuitive. So in a way, I am aiming for something that works for a lot of people. It's just that I don't really go out and ask and be like, hey, do you like this? Because I have a very strong compass of like, I feel like I should be making this. But it's also leading me astray. And that's why it takes a long time to build these games.
Would you be, sincere question here, would you be this free-spirited if there was no money or there was like a 2 month,
That's
2 months
the right
of money?
question. Yeah. I ask myself so often, if Kingdom had not worked out the way it did, would I be doing things this way? Because also with Kingdom, I did exactly that. I just built what I thought it had to be. And I listened to a lot of people, but I also didn't always follow what they said I should do. And I built it and it worked. So what that has taught me is like, okay, follow your intuition and it works. But that could be coincidence. Like I have literally 3 commercial games released. That's not a lot. One of them even followed a different kind of development process. So honestly, I would say there's 2 games, Cloud Gardens and Kingdom, where I applied this. So honestly, I'm still really, really scared that it's wrong. This whole thing of like, follow your intuition and it will work. Like, how do I know? I'm basing that on 2 samples. That's nothing.
Do you ever feel like you just got lucky and you just landed in this and you're not actually any good?
I think I don't have that feeling, because I know that if you were not good, you wouldn't get lucky either. You know, it's like you need both. You need to be good and get lucky. So like, I know that I have some skills at the craft of making a game, but I don't know how much luck I had on top of that in terms of what I built, you know? Yeah. I don't think it's not pure luck in any case. You know, you have to make something that is like a good product, like something beautiful that connects with people, and then you can have bad luck, I guess. Well, that's always the question, like how much bad luck is there either? Like how many truly good games are snowed under? Like this is the always question that you discuss with people, where it's like, you know, visibility, I don't know, is there such a thing as really, really bad luck for a really, really good game? No.
Right.